everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be playing with the Jaclyn Hill, it's upside down, Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. Mine's dirty already, but I'm just going to be doing a mauve look. I wanted to do something different than what I usually do, so this is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I really like how it turned out. So if you want to know how to achieve this look, then just keep on watching.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Took a couple L's, so you know I'm on the road, I'm all alone.
So for my transition color, I'm going to be getting this purple shade from the Modern Renaissance palette, and this is going to be my transition shade. This look is very mauve-y, very purpley, so I think that the other darker colors would go good on top of this. So I'm just gonna put that into my crease and also blend it a little bit on my outer corner. So now that we have our transition shade, we're still gonna be using this same shade later on to blend everything out. But moving on. So for the next step, I'm gonna be mixing these three shades together. I don't know why, but when I did it, it looks good. So I'm gonna be mixing these three together and putting that in my crease. And I'm starting off really lightly with a really light hand. You don't want to like dig it into your eye socket because you'll put too much product at once. So I'm starting off very lightly and just placing the color where exactly I want it, and then I'm gonna begin to blend it out. And then I'm going to use the first brush. I'm not going to get any more of that transition color. I'm just going to get whatever's left on the brush and blend out all of the edges. And I'm just going to be repeating this step and building up that burgundy, cranberry, purple shade. And with whatever product is left on the brush, I'm just gonna slowly wing it out. As you can see, I winged it out on this eye. I'm just gonna start to wing it out a little bit. So now I'm gonna use this purpley shade, it's like a plum, on this little blending brush, and I'm just going to pack it onto my outer corner. These darker matte shades, like these and these, they're a little bit harder to blend and they might go on a little patchy at first, but you have to build them up slowly because if you put too much product at once, you're not going to be able to blend it out. So I'm just packing it, and then I'm gonna get this brush and begin to blend out the edges and blend it into my crease. So I want most of the darkness to be on the outside, so I'm just gonna blend it into my crease halfway, I guess you can say, and then bring it back. I'm going to blend out the edges with these two shades. I kind of want the burgundy or red, I don't know, to be like, I want you to be able to see it, kind of. So I'm just gonna blend out all the edges with that. And now that you look like a raccoon, you're gonna go back with that transition shade and blend out all of everything. I'm gonna get a white cream matte shade and put it under my brow bone. There's not one in this palette or the Modern Renaissance. They have a sheen to them, so I'm just gonna use another palette. And just like anything else, you're gonna go back and blend those edges lightly because you don't want to cover up the white matte shade, because then what's the point? But you still want to make sure that it's nice and blended. So now it's looking a little crazy, but I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm gonna cut my crease. So to cut my crease, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair. This is really light. And I'm bringing it like all the way out so that when I put eyeshadow, it blends better. And I made the cut crease like really big so that when I have my eyes open, like when I'm looking straight, you can still see the cut crease. So now I'm just going to tap it out to make sure it's not cakey or bumpy or anything. So I'm gonna use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and I'm gonna use a little brush like this, and I'm just basically gonna put it on the cut crease but not all the way out here. This is just going to make sure that the eyeshadows that we put on top are more pigmented and more, just more. So now that that's on, in the inner part of my lid, I'm going to use this pink shade, and then in the middle part, I'm going to use this gold shade. And then on the outer part, I'm just going to put more of this plum purple color and blend out the edges. And I'm also tapping this so that I don't move around anything like the concealer or the eye pencil. And now I'm getting the gold. These shimmer shades are so pigmented and so like creamy, like you just dip your brush and it all like crumbles. I don't know, just like I feel like that's how you can tell that a eyeshadow is like pigmented. Does that make sense? Okay, and now that that's on there, I'm going to I'm gonna get that plum shade and again put that on my outer. Hello. And with the same brush, I'm just gonna lightly blend it into the gold. So I just primed with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Not the primer water, the actual primer. And now I'm putting the Becca Backlight Priming Filter all over my face. So the first foundation I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick in the shade 118 or Y325. This is too light for me. I don't know what the heck the dude was thinking when he sold it to me. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 310 Sun Beige. So I'm just going to use my Morphe sponge to blend this in. Concealer, I used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Medium. And to like highlight, I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the yellow corrector shade. So I guess this is kind of like my foundation routine because I do this all the time. But I'm going to cream contour with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. So I'm just gonna, like, this is like super messy. And then I'll get a stippling brush and lightly start to blend that in. So now that all of my cream products are done, I'm gonna set with my Coty Airspun powder. I just got this and I've been using it a little bit and I really like it. So I'm not even gonna like bake. Like I don't bake with any powder that I have, but I do put like a good amount and then like you'll see. So my powder is in the shade Naturally Neutral. They didn't have translucent, but I'm happy with this shade. Like I don't get flashback with this, so like that is one of the things when I get a powder, that's the thing that I'm looking for, like no flashback, because hell no. And then with what's under my eyes, I'm just gonna press it in. So I don't even let it sit for a long time at all. I just press it in and spread out the powder to set the rest of my face. Now I'm going to bronze up my skin with the Smashbox Suntan Matte Bronzer and then contour a little bit more with Havana by Anastasia. So I just finished my lower lash line with the same shades I used in my crease, and I put some mascara and all of that, and now I'm going to go back to the palette and mix these two shades here for my highlight. And girl, this is a it's literally like, ooh, it looks like glass on my face. And of course, gotta get the nose. And lately I've been liking to highlight my chin. Don't know why. Just think it's pretty. I'm just gonna dust a little bit of this on my forehead. This might be too much highlight for some people, but I'm digging it. So for my lips, I'm going to use Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. Just gonna...
Let's give it a minute before we admit that we're through. Guess this is the winner. Our bodies are young and blue.
Now I'm gonna set my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'm running so low, I'm so sad. So this is the finished look. If you guys liked this video, this look, if you guys like the palette, then just subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and stay tuned because I will definitely be making more videos with this palette, more videos in general. I will see you guys in my next video.